I'm Brodie, and welcome to the Nomad Barista. Today we find ourselves in Chengdu, Sichuan, China. So I just arrived, and you might know Sichuan as being like the Sichuan pepper or like Sichuan sauce from Chinese food. Well, that's from here, and Chengdu apparently is very famous for pandas as well. So maybe we'll see some of those in the streets. But the reason why I'm in China is because in a few days there's a coffee festival happening in Xi'an. So Xi'an is another city, sort of in the middle of China. Chengdu's a little bit in the west, but we're here first because my good friend Song from Valley Coffee Roasters, we decided to meet here to go to a few different cafes, check in on some accounts, see how the coffee scene is growing here in Chengdu and in the western part of China. So why don't you join us along a little bit of a coffee tour of one of China's coolest cities, I think. It's my first day here. Welcome to Chengdu. Stop on the Chengdu coffee tour. Song has brought me to this place called Knock Knock. The owner's name is John. He's a local Chengdu guy, and he's roasting up some really nice coffees. We did a quick cupping of some Papua New Guinea that he had in, some really interesting coffees, and then I ordered Costa Rica that they've roasted, and I love how they put it in this nice little sphere. It looks like a cocktail. It really tastes like a cocktail too. Second spot of the day, we're at this place called Vissers. What's unique about this spot is that they're actually bringing in coffee from Japan. I think it's from Tokyo, so it's called Glitch. You ever heard of Glitch? They're a coffee roaster from Tokyo. This place has a few different of their roasts, and they also have some really interesting kind of like Japanese pastries, as well as cinnamon buns and French style bread, so baguettes, buns, stuff like that, which is not as common in China as you might think. Here's an espresso. Really nice, chill vibes. So I was told here at our next stop, right here, is apparently the center of the universe. I don't know why, I don't know if it's like an all of China thing or just a Chengdu thing, but they claim that this particular area of Chengdu is the center of the universe. And there's a shopping mall around us that apparently makes 1 billion RMB in sales every 10 days. I think for that reason. But that's not why we're here. We're at Pause Coffee. I know, I'm sorry it's in a to-go cup, but that's just the way it came. This coffee literally tastes like and smells like Neapolitan ice cream, if you can believe that. Apparently, the green beans were aged in whiskey barrels, but originally from Honduras. And Joe has done a really good job of setting this shop up and setting up this really beautiful patio outside. So it's a bit of a small shop, but it has a lot of charm. And they also have some nice beers here. So here we are, center of the universe, drinking Americano. It's day 2 here in Chengdu, and in the few hours before our flight I decided to take to the streets alone and find some more coffee shops in the area. So right now, since I haven't got my SIM card yet, I'm actually looking for a coffee shop around here. It says it's actually supposed to be on this side of the street, but clearly there's nothing there. So I have to kind of just look around and see. I'm trying to find this cafe called Wow Coffee. I really hope it wows me. after the search. So let's go see if we can find it.
Sì, è quello. Yes.
Okay.
So as it turns out, I actually had to ask a local for directions. He led me around the corner to another place, and then I found two Italian guys there who, father and son, and we actually had to ask another local who led me back to the original place. And remember where I said there was nothing in there? It's actually inside the little residential area. So I'm gonna go back and check it out. And what can I say? This single origin espresso from Yunnan is super wow. Like, I know this has some sort of anaerobic fermentation to it, some sort of processing that makes it taste just really, really unique and really powerful. But that being said, I mean, Yunnan is a region just south of here. Like I've said before in videos in the past, I actually used to live in Yunnan in Kunming, and I'm hoping to go in a few weeks as well to check out some of the farms that are going on there. But this is really surprising. So it kind of tastes a little bit like, yeah, just like very, almost like fermenty, so it has that acidity to it, but also, you know, like a bit of raisins and grapes, very fruity, and just kind of like boom in your face, like a bit like cacao, the fermentation that comes from a cacao, but just like more extreme. I don't know, maybe there's even like strawberries hanging out in there too. Very cool, very sweet spot. It's owned by this guy named Danmeng, who's actually not here right now, Danmeng Chen. But he's won a ton of awards apparently, and I guess pretty well known in the coffee scene here in China. So I'm glad I found this spot. We'll catch up with you in the next. So as you can see, I am in another hotel. We actually had to whiz off after that last cafe to the airport in Chengdu to make it here. We're in Xi'an. So Xi'an is the place where the Coffee Expo is going to be happening tomorrow morning, and since I'm still getting over my jet lag, I'm going to go to bed ASAP, get up early, and we're going to go down to the event space so we can set up everything that we need to for the coffee festival. Luckily I have my nice little tea set here, so I'm going to make some tea in the morning. Yes, I do love tea, and if you're interested in following along and seeing what the festival is like here in Xi'an and seeing a little bit more of the coffee scene here, do subscribe and leave a comment if you've ever had experience with coffee in China, or if you have more questions about it, do write it down, and I will see you at the festival.